Hey everybody, it's David Kramer, the Critical Thinking Christian, and today what I want to talk about is uh, martyrdom. I want to talk about, uh, I'm not going to talk about whether the disciples were martyred or not. I'm sure they were. I'm sure they were martyred, and I'm sure they probably were martyred uh, as for their faith, which I think in Diocletian's era, from what I understand, and I'm not going to go into any of the history, they say that's when he went after them and started martyring them for their faith. Uh, but like I said, I'm sure they were martyred, and I'm sure that maybe some were martyred mainly for being lawbreakers or being seditionists. I don't know, going against the government. But what I'm going to make of it, what I'm making this video because I don't give a damn if anybody's martyred for a religion. I don't care if Christians say, well, hey, the reason they faced death was because they believed in Jesus, because most of the disciples saw him, okay, the risen Savior. It's like, that doesn't mean shit, because I don't see any sources outside the Bible to tell me that this guy rose from the dead. I don't see any evidence. I hear a lot of, people spouting off, well, it had to happen and it had to be, and okay. But what I want to talk about now is, if this here's the evidence that Christian religion, and I'm talking about the fundamental evangelical Christian religion, is true, then how do you explain other religions? How do you explain other, I'm trying to think of the word for, I'm going to use Buddhism and Islam as examples. Buddhism is, there's a word, I know what it is. It's running around inside my head. It don't want me to. It's Buddhism is more of a way of getting yourself into a state where you can reach a level of, I guess you could say, you become a better person by the practices and by the disciplines in Buddhism, which, a lot of people adhere to Buddhism and they go and they give gifts to the Buddha or whatever. I didn't study any of that, so I'm just kind of off the top of my head of what I think it is. But anyway, it's a faith. People believe in this. People believe this works. The same with Islam. You have the two main Islamic groups are the Sunni and the Shia, which are opposed to each other and go to war with each other. They martyr each other. They persecute each other. I'm going to go into some Islam here that I'm going to talk about. The Muslims get persecuted. Let's see. The Crusades, there were instances where Catholic crusaders massacred Muslims because they did not believe in their Catholic Christian, religion, Catholicism. They were, the Mongols persecuted them and killed them. You had areas in the Iberian Peninsula and southern Italy and the Polish areas. You had the Sikh empires, which were in India, Asia Minor, Azerbaijani, Bulgaria, Cambodia, China, where these people were persecuted. Muslims were persecuted. Like I said, in the Arab countries, where you have the different sects, where they persecute each other and kill each other. So does that mean that the Islam religion is a true religion? No. Okay. Let's see. We have, that's just a little bit. Let me go over here. Okay, you have the Buddhists who were killed by the thousands. Maybe tens of thousands. Okay, and they were persecuted in, I think that's the Sassans, what is that? Hephthalites. They were persecuted by Mongols. They were persecuted by the Arabs, the Muslims. They were persecuted in India. They were persecuted in Imperial Japan because they were opposed to the communist ideology. They were opposed to the Japanese ideology, the imperialist their ideology. They were, I forget what the religions are there, but I'm just saying, I don't care if Christians try to prove their faith is real by talking about their martyrs. And there were many martyrs, over the history of Christianity. But the same with every religion. They're martyrs. So martyrdom doesn't mean shit to me. Okay? You can, well, I mean, I guess what I should do is I should just become an adherent to every single religion on the face of the earth. If I find out they were martyrs, to just, okay, I'm going to be a Buddhist. Well, I got to be a Muslim too. Well, I guess I better be a Catholic. I better be a Taoist. I better be a, let's see, the Mormons. They were persecuted. Guess I better be a Mormon. Yeah. So this whole debate on trying to prove Christianity is real, and one of the ways is going to be using martyrs, is just crap. It doesn't impress me. It doesn't convince me. So that's pretty much all I want to say on this. It just came to mind right now, and that's pretty much all I got right now. Just let me know what you think. And until next time, I'm David Kramer, the Critical Thinking Christian.